Testimony was a potential government regulation of the entire tech industry. We bring in Lou Basenese of Disruptive Tech Research. Lou, hey, good morning.
Good morning, Lauren.
You know, everyone's talking about regulation is coming. Google has 90% market share of search. I guess you have to regulate that, but how do you do it?
That's a great question. I mean, regulations are all but guaranteed. I think the question of how do you do it is going to lead to a lot of delays. I mean, by the time it happens, I think I'm going to look like St. Nick and have gray hair and a white beard. I mean, if we think about this, we've been parading tech executives in front of Congress for over a year already, and we've been talking about regulations for even longer than that, and we don't have one shred of regulation out there yet. So I think it's a long time coming still.
Do you think lawmakers are starting to better understand technology and algorithms? Have they been, they came armed with gigabytes of data trying to prove their points with Google. Do you think it's working?
I don't think so. I don't think, tech's reach is too vast and too complicated that I don't think Congress has their arms around how much information these tech companies have at their disposal and what protections, if any, they have in place.
GOP lawmakers were trying to prove that there is an anti-conservative bias at Google. And Google, Sundar Pichai kept saying, no, that's not the case. And I want you to listen to what Jerry Nadler, likely the incoming House Judiciary Chair, said about that.
I must first dispense with a completely illegitimate issue, which is the fantasy dreamed up by some conservatives that Google and other online platforms have an anti-conservative bias. As I have said repeatedly, no credible evidence supports this right-wing conspiracy theory.
Is it a conspiracy theory? Also, by the way, Lou, Google's a top donor to his campaign. But go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think it's a conspiracy. Everyone knows it's a fact that a lot of these tech companies are dominated by left-leaning individuals, and expecting that bias to somehow be removed from the system is irrational. I think we have to just deal in facts that, yes, there's bias in every system and every platform. How do you overcome that? How do you put measures in place that don't unfairly favor one over another? But to say that there's no bias, that's silly. I think that's just an ignorant statement.
All right, we'll continue to follow this one. Investors like what they heard yesterday. Stock gained about $8. Lou, thank you very much.
Thank you, Lauren.
Investors are closely watching the break.